Respect every time.
Come listen to the Dan.
Yeah.
The original #1.
Yeah, man. Glorifying the Almighty every time.
So this morning,
Yeah.
today I just was passing through the area,
Yeah.
taking a run, and I decided I will just come to the hills and see #1, the original Rasta man.
Yes, I.
And I caught #1 at a time when he's just doing his prayers, he's reading his psalms.
Yeah.
I just caught him at that time.
Yes, man.
So I'm very happy that #1 is taking Elohim, the creator of heaven and earth, seriously. He's reading his psalms.
Yes.
But some of us behave like we're too busy to spend time with the creator of heaven and earth.
Yeah.
We have to run to do this, we have to run to do that. Even on days when people are not even working, they still do not have the discipline, the respect, and the admiration for the creator of heaven and earth to give him thanks and praise.
Bend it on the book.
But this morning we have #1 here right now, and you can see #1 is
At least you're reading the
yeah,
book.
#1 is reading the holy book, trying to keep up with the precepts,
Yes.
testimonies, and statutes of the Most High God. You understand? So I come here sometimes to fellowship with #1 to talk, to do different things. #1 is a guy he's a musician. He sings reggae music, conscious reggae music. And #1 is also one of the people who's into joinery, making chairs, beds, things like that.
You have made this previous video with me already in the
Yeah.
joinery. Yeah.
So if you want to contact #1 concerning a bed or anything, #1, what's your number?
720-4729. 720-3729.
So you got the number from #1. What we have is a situation in this country. When I was a little boy growing up, when I was a teenager, people used to be together.
Something
You
on
know?
fire to the good.
People used to be together. People used to socialize. There used to be one. You know, the community was together. But right now, what we have is we have a system where there is more individualism. Everybody is there for their own self. When I was growing up as a little boy, all these years ago, decades ago, when somebody was constructing a house, the whole community would come together, they would cook food, and they would build a house over a period of time. Nowadays, people are not helping people no more. Everybody think that they have arrived. And it is only when it is convenient to them, they say they are mile away. But then they can't wait for an opportunity to belittle somebody that they feel is less fortunate than they are. We are copying all manners and behaviors that are not conducive to our success. When you look at the situation, when I was growing up, people didn't have all these bills to pay. But right now you have cable bills, you have internet, you have all of these bills to pay. And so it is becoming harder to survive as compared to when I was a little child or when I was a teenager. It is much harder now to survive. Things are more expensive, you understand? So it is very important that we come together as a group of people and unite to strengthen ourselves. But fundamentally, what we have in St. Lucia is a situation where we have allowed political parties and politicians to separate us. We are neighbors, and yet we hate each other based on which party this one and that one is supporting. We hate each other, and we believe that since this person is not supporting our party, that person is not supposed to eat. So we have gotten weaker as a result of getting too deeply involved in partisan politics. We are weaker. We need to get back to community again. The individualism is killing us. Because of individualism, people are not talking to other people. You see some other person's child is doing something wrong. You do not tell them anything, you know, because you just allow it to go, because everybody is just there for themselves. We need to go back to the community spirit. You understand? We need to go back to community, supporting the community, supporting each other in the community. This is how we can build up a better society. This is how we can make St. Lucia great again. Too much individualism. A long time ago, when I went to New York for the first time, you know, it was surprising to see you on a train and nobody's talking to each other. And people on the train, everybody behaving like they doing something. This one reading a newspaper. This one has his headphones on. Nobody's talking to each other. I never thought we would have come into this situation. We are in this situation in St. Lucia. You jump up on a bus and people have their headphones on and nobody's talking to each other on the bus for the most part, especially young people. It is easier to find an older person holding a conversation on a bus. But young people, nah, everybody have their headphones on or behave like they're doing something. This is not going to work because the society is getting harder. Before $100 would give you a lot of groceries. Now $100 can fill a small nylon bag of groceries. So we need now to come together as one people. The community spirit need to come together. Individualism need to disappear. This is how we can make progress because the times are getting tougher. So this is why we need to come together and do not allow ourselves to be divided on political grounds or any other grounds. You understand? That's why I like number one, the true Rasta man. You know what I'm saying? I was doing my business. I come around and check number one, the true Rasta man.
Right.
Right now, number one doing his thing. He reading his psalms. Sometimes number one reading his book on Haile Selassie, the plans that Haile Selassie had in terms of agriculture, health, and different things. Haile Selassie had a plan. You understand? Haile Selassie had a plan, and it looked like a lot of our modern leaders have no plan.
Yeah,
and look, all these long years ago,
Haile Selassie had 1 year plan, sometimes 2 year plan, sometimes a 3 year plan and a 5 year plan. So if it's a 1 year plan, you must see the results. But those modern leaders, it's an unexpected plan.
Word.
Yeah.
So
It's just a plan that they with no vision.
So number one, you don't think if we come together as people more united, you don't think the pressure will be less on the people?
Yes. Yeah.
Less stress. So like if I have some tomatoes or something, you know, I know that man over there, share with him.
Yeah.
That one cut some plantain, he share with me.
Yeah.
People don't share like before.
Right.
People do not share like before.
Right.
And so this is why sometimes people suffer too much. We need to come together as people, as individuals. If it is that we were together as communities, all these crimes that are happening would not be happening. Principally, we allow ourselves to be divided, and divided especially along political lines. That politics thing is like God in St. Lucia, the God of politics.
Yes.
We need to move away from that. There is only one God. Hey, O Israel, there is only one God, and that God is Elohim. Not UWP, not SLP. We have one God, one Father, Elohim.
Yeah.
Keep the fire burning.
Give thanks every time. Yes,
Big up.
I realize.
Big up number one.
Yes.
The true Rasta man.
Rastafari.